Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Director. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today, to help me get into energy, I'm using the Power Deck, the Cards of Wisdom. Oh my gosh, the messages are amazing. It's been a little intense at times, but always amazing. Ooh, you have one I haven't seen before. You have Trust. Okay, so, it's like this. I'm going to read the messages because I can't possibly do them justice. It's the guides looking at the world. Like, it's so much smaller than the universe. Interesting. Okay. All right. So it says, in love, there must be trust. Without trust, there is no love. Jealousy is an illness of the mind and the heart. Trust lies in the lodge of your innocence. Oh, Heyoka, I'm so sorry because I know I didn't do that right, is a warrior of the Native American tradition who goes into battle backwards on his horse with a broken lance, knowing that the Great Spirit will protect him. It is this kind of trust that you need. The imbalanced aspects of patriarchal history reside like stone carvings within each one of us. Welcome the new aspects of the feminine power to your being. Even though they may seem foreign, trust in the way of the divine power and the Great Spirit. Know that you are made of this divine power and live with trust in your heart. Be receptive. Be receptive. Be receptive. That's what that feminine energy is. That's the ability to receive, the ability to receive and to nurture. So instead of being large and in charge, it's tapping into the softer side of you. That's where we're starting. Interesting. All right, let's see what else we have. I want to remind you to check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. Sun sign is the core of you. It's your values. It's how you view the world. Your rising sign is your personality. It's really how you interact with the world, and it's going to be how they view you. And your moon sign is how you react and respond and feel in response to what crazy energies are going on around you, what other people say and do. So that's that emotional roller coaster aspect that you might want to that you might be a little uncomfortable with, but you have the Queen of Pentacles. Talk about a nurturing energy. The Queen of Pentacles is all about growth. It's a lot like the Empress. To me, it's the lower, it's the minor arcana of the Empress energy, and this is doing the hard work and doing the labor and nurturing and being able to grow and manifest what's important to you in your life. So that's beautiful. What a beautiful way to start the week. And for you, the moon is in your 11th house of groups and group activities. So where do you need to be nurturing in that? Then maybe you could spend a little more consciousness aware of. Aquarius is very much about changing the world. Very global, right? Oh my God, that's the message. It's very global to you. It's very much like we got to change the whole world. And they're asking you to look at it in more bits and pieces of where you are and nurturing the smaller aspects directly around you, in front of you, to help grow the seeds so that the whole world can change. But it begins with individuals. You can't change the whole world. It starts with individuals. And you are a way shower. You are a way shower. So working within your group to help shift the world. Okay, wow. So powerful. By the way, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. All right. Wow. Okay. So the moon is in that 11th house, and that's where the full moon happens. I am so sorry. All I hear is that dawning of the age of Aquarius. I'm like, no, that's the moon in the 7th house, not the 11th house. And just like my battling inside of me, but I feel like that song is somehow important here. So it's by the 5th dimension. You can look that up easily online if you don't already know it. And so the moon moves into Capricorn at 12:13 p.m. on Monday, but at 4:31 in the morning, that's when the full moon is, and you are being asked to trust your intuition. If you have Capricorn in your chart, they're doubling down on this because this is exactly the same card they have. Nice shuffle. I shuffle. You don't see it all, but I shuffle. So, trusting your intuition, listening to your higher self, figuring out where you can impact by being more nurturing, more caring, more working within a smaller group instead of trying to change everything at once, changing the individuals around you that you can impact. And I think it's going to take a little self-reflection to figure out where that sweet spot is for you, where you enjoy the work and you can make the impact. You have dandelion, persist in your pursuits. Okay, so this is the dandelion in the growing stage. This is the Queen of Pentacles, harvesting. So first the growth and then the harvest. And the thing about dandelions, right, when they propagate, when they become those little puff balls and they blow and all the little seedlings take off on their little parachutes, they spread far and wide. So persist in your pursuits. Do this work within the small arenas and know that it's like dropping that pebble into the still pond. The rings will spread out and eventually the rings will cover the world. So, wow, this feels so global. I want to bring this down into more of the what's going on in your life right now. So, let's just say you want to impact the way the school is working with regards to your children. So you start with a project or a teacher or a parent-teacher conference. You know, sometimes you have to start small and focused so it can spread out. Like, change happens one person at a time. If it's at work and you're trying to change the working environment so that it benefits you and everyone around you, you might have to start with a project manager as opposed to starting with the president of the company, like you need to change everything. So know your power. You have the power to influence. You have the power to create change. This is one of your superpowers. You see things from such a distance, from such a vantage point as that. But there's limitations. You can't go in and just say, I'm changing everything. Well, maybe on occasion that's possible, but mostly, for most people, you're going to have to start with the intimate community around you to enact these changes, to create this. So this is happening actually in your first house of you. Know your power. Get real comfortable with who you are, know what you can do, and what kind of changes you can bring about. And then we move it into your second house. When that moon moves into Pisces on Saturday, then that's about what you value and what is of value to you. So it could be material, it could be emotional, it could be physical, it could be relationships. But understand that you are resilient. This is part of your power too. If you could cut out the parts that aren't working, more stuff will grow. And every time you go through something tough in life, it's experience. And from experience comes wisdom. So you continue to learn and grow. Friday is when we actually have the summer solstice. So that's I don't know, it's always like such a celebration of there's so much light shining in the world. So we have a full moon where it's going to light up the night coming on Monday night, and then Friday the sun is shining for the longest time possible. And so I just feel like there's so much information and so much things being brought to light that if you can tap into that energy of everybody can see so much, that's part of the empowerment process. You can see your power. You can see the power of what you're doing. It says you are more powerful than you realize. It is safe for you to be powerful. Know your power. So if you've been feeling like you've been playing it small, yes, okay. Again, the world is a lot smaller and you're a lot bigger, but the impacts you make locally have a lot more power as they spread out. So when you can provide something to a small group, then that becomes normal to them. They go out and they provide that to a larger group, and it's the concentric circles that go out. It says optimistic. Stay optimistic. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle. If you're trying to manifest something in your life for you, because now we're talking about that house of you and what you value. So if you're trying to get that perfect job that allows you to be you and impact and influence people, for instance, see, I'm going to pick, I know a lot of teachers that are Aquariuses. A lot of them. And so you're impacting in the small group of the classroom. Well, first each child, and then the classroom, and then their parents, and then the community, and then they go out into the world and they're impacting. And so stay optimistic that the work you're doing matters. That's the first thing I want to say. I think that maybe you wonder, am I making a difference? And the answer is yes. Yes, you really are. You're making a difference. So what you value, the values that you share, they're making a difference. If you're trying to create or navigate your way into a community where you feel like that, where you feel like what you're doing matters, stay optimistic, you're going to get there. But if you're already in that situation, you're like, I don't know, am I actually making a difference? The answer is yes. Yes, you are. You make a difference. So follow your intuition. Be persistent in your pursuits. Stay optimistic and understand you are so powerful. You are a very powerful being and you can create what you want. And it says allow the flow and synchronicities into your life. So if you're trying to create something for yourself that allows you to feel abundant in all aspects of your life, stay in the flow. Listen to your intuition. What do you hear? If something sounds good and interesting, go after it. There's a lot going on here. You can manifest. Just believe in yourself. Because you are the Queen of Pentacles. And the seeds that you plant will yield a large abundance. What up? With these readings this week, the energies are shifting. It's getting more intense. We had that nice little couple weeks. It was nice. I hope you enjoyed it. Because now I feel like with the eclipse season coming up next month, big changes. And it got kind of kicked off with this full moon in Sagittarius. So what do you want to create? It kicks off of the groups into the dreams and your values. So you can do this. It's exciting energy for you, Aquarius. I'm excited for you. All right, we will talk soon. You take care and look for your full moon reading. I'm going to attach it somewhere, either like at the end here or I don't know, somewhere. All right, take care. I have no idea.